So we got the opportunity to go to Berlin, Germany for League of Legends Worlds, which is a great opportunity because this is a first of its kind with a publisher like Riot working with a university like Syracuse.
Getting the opportunity to go to League of Legends Worlds and going to the Riot facility and getting all of it, there's a lot to unpack, right? But at the end of the day, the biggest idea was for us as students just to see what it's like on a professional scale, on arguably not even arguably, factually the largest professional scale in the world in terms of esports.
It was super incredible to see how everything worked. Between the behind the scenes work, what the fans get to see, and just being a part of the crowd at a point, all of it was something unforgettable. As a freshman, I've never obviously experienced anything like this. No, I've never done anything on such like a large scale with networking and making connections, and that was probably the most informative and just insightful experience that I could have possibly had. And it changed my perspective on a lot of things and gave me a lot of insight into things that I hadn't even considered at a point.
We got to meet with a lot of industry professionals that were hands-on working during the day and during the entire tournament. We actually missed out on some people because they were already at the next location, always thinking ahead, just like in traditional sports for playoffs, things like that. And it was really, really cool. I think having those one-on-one conversations in breakout groups, as well as kind of big lecture sessions in the facilities, getting to see the theory to practice, the thoughts behind everything, and then watching them actually execute it was really, really amazing and helped me grow a lot as an esports professional.
We were able to meet with a lot of people that are objectively the best at what they do, whether it's PR, production, social media. We got so many different points of view from a lot of people, and it's just really inspiring because we can now incorporate these things into our own things at Syracuse University and be able to take the next level with our production, with our social media, just anything in general.
We got to meet with other teams. We met with Jen and G and their social media manager, and that was incredible because we got to see the thought process, everything behind what goes out on their social media. And now when I see their post, I think immediately of who we spoke to and how she goes about that.
Really interesting event for me, for someone who's never really even heard of League of Legends, coming up to this trip and really just getting immersed in the actual game and being a fan and observing it all, learning a ton about the actual game. But more importantly, like the career development side, learning about all the business of esports outside of my own experience was really, really cool. And I don't think I could have gotten that anywhere else but Syracuse.
For me, the biggest takeaway would probably have to be being able to go to the event and getting the knowledge, right? There's a lot that goes into esports events that people don't actually understand or fully get to see the big picture of, and we got to, right? It wasn't just a level of going to the event and actually saying, hey, this is cool and all, let's go watch Worlds, right? It was a lot more than that. We saw the LED boards, we saw the daisy chains behind them and how they worked. We got to see the player rooms, we got to see production booths, we got to see the whole rooms and the whole staff in the rooms that made all that possible. And that is the biggest takeaway, is it's a lot more than just what you see on screen.
There were a lot of opportunities where we got to be immersed with the crowd, with Riot in general. When we were touring, we had such an amazing opportunity to be able to do a play test game on the stage where the players played. And as someone who has enjoyed League of Legends for years, it was something like out of a dream. It was incredible. I got to play in the seat that caps the mid laner of G2 is going to play in later, and it was incredible.
I really enjoy coaching, and I really enjoy being in the game with the players and helping them to figure out the rotates and the positioning and the fundamentals, the mechanics of the game to be the best they can. And hearing from the comp ops guy from Riot has made me want to do that even more, whether that be for Overwatch or Valorant or League of Legends or whatever game that may come up. I'd say that's the biggest thing that I want to continue forward to finish my career here at Syracuse and going forward.